Is the end near for Tiffany Stratton? In today's video, we are going to be examining this question, why this question is going around, and why I think I have solved this. Because even Tiffany Stratton has brought this up, and it's been concerning for a lot of wrestling fans out there. Now, I know what you're thinking. What do you mean the end for Tiffany Stratton? She's still the women's champion. She's coming off of a major, not only win over Jade Cargill, our Queen of the Ring tournament winner of 2025, but she also did so in a shocking, upsetting type of way because no one gave Tiffany Stratton a chance. No one thought that Tiffany Stratton would actually beat the unstoppable Jade Cargill. In fact, Jade Cargill was a minus 600 favorite going into WWE SummerSlam. It was nearly a lock, a guaranteed that we were going to be getting a title change once Jade Cargill and Tiffany Stratton stepped inside of that squared circle and went at it. But it was a 7-minute match that WWE gave these two. This was a match in which how can you tell a proper story within that time frame? Isn't it ironic that in a time in which Jade Cargill is up and on her rise, Tiffany Stratton has been holding down the fort as our women's champion, just like at WrestleMania when Tiffany Stratton defended the women's championship against Charlotte Flair, our 2025 Royal Rumble winner. No one gave Tiffany Stratton a chance. No one gave her the opportunity to go, hey, what if WWE went with Tiffany instead of Charlotte? Well, that's what they ended up doing, a decision I think WWE made for the right reasons, right? They went with youth over veteran status. They went with the up and coming versus the established. Now, going into SummerSlam, a lot of people, including myself, thought, okay, WWE's been building at this moment for years with Jade. It's Tiffany Stratton's time. She's going to do the honors, put Jade over, and drop the women's championship to the up and coming type talent, right? Well, obviously that did not happen. There's been a lot of divisiveness about this. Now, going into this event, Tiffany Stratton talked about in a recent interview on Busted Open Radio about criticisms that her character isn't a babyface despite being cheered by the audience. This is what she had to say. I got cheered starting in Australia. It made its way to America. Why would I change anything? Why would I start acting differently? If the mean girl persona is working and people are liking it and cheering me, I feel like the moment I do start acting like a good guy, I feel like that's when people would turn on me and maybe start booing me. Why would I change anything? In regards to the question of this video, is this the end of Tiffany Stratton? No, no. She's just getting started. Her point that she is literally the same person, storyline wise, the same character, I should say, the same gimmick that she has been her entire career, yet the WWE fan base simply just said, you know what, we like you, and we're going to get behind you. We're going to cheer you. Tiffany Stratton has actually gone from a heel to a tweener. She's not a full-blown babyface. I actually think that when she does fully turn babyface, she's going to be more over than ever. Another thing that got me thinking is Tiffany Stratton's shelf life. She is in a very interesting spot right now because WWE is literally putting her in situations in which should not work, and she's hitting grand slams. Jade Cargill was the chosen one. She was the person that was supposed to dethrone Tiffany Stratton. Yet WWE felt so confident in Tiffany Stratton as its women's champion that they kept the title on her and beat Jade Cargill. WWE, in all situations in years past, would have made the title change at WrestleMania. They would have put the title on the Golden Girl, Charlotte Flair, and beaten Tiffany Stratton. Even though Tiffany Stratton caught a bunch of heat because of the off-script promo segment with Charlotte Flair a number of months ago. Yet they kept the title on Tiffany Stratton in situations in which Tiffany Stratton would not have succeeded in years past. She is. She's doing so at a rate that is truly incredible, to the point where she is not even a full-blown babyface, yet she is having some of the biggest reactions on the entire show. And she's doing so with literally not changing a thing. It is the wonders of a tweener, right? The tweener is always something, it's very delicate. You always are on that fine line, but when it works, your Steve Austins, your John Cena's, whoever, that is magic. Roman Reigns is another. It's magic. LA Knight in a lot of ways, because you can be able to tell different stories with different people and book on a case-to-case basis. You don't have to just go, well, Cody Rhodes is a white meat babyface, so he has to have this, you know, uh, dark villain, right? This dark heel. No, 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 not with Tiffany Stratton. So I think Tiffany Stratton is just getting started. I don't think Tiffany Stratton has even hit the or scratched the surface, if you want to use a metaphor, in terms of what she can do in WWE. I think she's only going to get better from here because we've only gotten a sample size of what she's been able to do. We've seen her as a legitimate heel. We've seen her becoming a organic tweener, and we haven't even got a true white meat babyface run for Tiffany Stratton. And I will say this, I don't even know if that's the right course of action for Tiffany Stratton. I don't know if you want to make Tiffany Stratton a full-blown babyface. I think in her words, her popularity has only taken off because she's doubled down on what works, right? She got over organically. So if you're doing something that works, if you're doing something that gets a reaction, if you're doing something that the fans want to see more of, why would you change that? Right? And I don't think she is. I don't think WWE is. We haven't got any indication as to, you know, that they are going to do that. So if it's not broke, don't fix it, right? I think that is the beauty with Tiffany Stratton. She's young. She's scratching the surface of what she can do. She's worked with a ton of great talent, but there is so much talent within the WWE women's locker room these days across Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. They're bringing in more talent, new, fresh talent. So if I'm Tiffany Stratton, if I'm WWE, I'm just staying the course, keep doing what I'm doing, and see where it leads me next, right? Because when you are dealing with organic reaction and organic fan support, just keep doubling down on what you're doing because it's already showing that it's working. Let me know down in the comments area below, what do you think about Tiffany Stratton's comments? Where do you think WWE is going to go with her? Much more. Let me know down in the comments area below.